Lovely, lovely rhythm.
Oh my God, Rich. I don't even know who this player is. Look at this performance.
Kind of coming out of nowhere, but that's what makes this game so great, isn't it? Everybody loves a Cinderella story.
Going with the 7. Look like this one's heading to the beach. Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. This putt for par here.
Come on, don't be shy.
Just didn't drop. And this one will be for bogey. And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
Yeah, making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
He's currently tied for 7th.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Even for the day, and a share of 7th. Opting for the 5 wood. This is from miles away. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Chance to sneak into the top 5 here. Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole. And that will take him to 1 under. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Time for the second shot at the 12th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Good option. Take your medicine and try and get it up and down from there. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Well, you can club down. Everything's all in front of you as it runs into this downhill green.
That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Good looking putt. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Just one off the lead after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Rich, the 13th might be unlucky for some, but I love what we're looking at here. Par 3, 193 yards, pretty hole.
Such a picturesque hole on an already picturesque golf course, right? Anywhere out to the right missing, oh, that's just a massive no-no. You know not to go there. Every single player will be bailing out to the right-hand side and leaning on their putter to hopefully either make a long one or even just getting it up and down for par.
Not sure if that's how they drew it up. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Par putt coming up here. Looks good off the blade. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test. Wow, that was just striped. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Hello? Someone what's up?
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Oh, absolutely flushed. Trying to get 2-3 under par with this putt.
This is their look at birdie.
Okay, steady now. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. And down she goes. He's currently tied for 3rd.
Yeah, boy.
Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively. Gotta say, just some of the best rhythm in the game.
Time now to play the second shot on the 15th hole. Oh, almost went in. Well, that's a handy shot. And this putt to move into a tie for 2nd.
Yes, 3 holes to go. This is getting to be a nail-biter.
I like the look of this. And the putt drops, now at 3 under, heading down the stretch.
And just a few holes remaining. Let's see what they can produce.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole.
Tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Let's see what happens here, the 16th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. A nice approach shot there. Pin high inside the range.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies. And that will take him to 4 under. He's currently tied for first.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Let's see what happens here at the 17th. Oh, well done. Playing from around 110 yards out. He's currently tied for the lead. This is looking pretty good in the air. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. 9 feet to the cup.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will take him to 5 under. Still in the lead now after that hole. Sherwood Shores finishes with a 446-yard par 4. Rich, your thoughts?
Back into the setting sun. I always found that to be one of the most difficult things to do because you really have to focus, especially with everything on the line. There's some scraggly areas, some bunkers down the right-hand side that you want to avoid. Only the big hitters will reach that fairway bunker in the center. Up by the green, though, thankfully, no more bunkers to be found. But once again, you're finding this green, which is massively undulating. What a fantastic finishing hole. Nothing good out to the right. This is a trouble.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
Nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened. You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
And Rich, if this isn't a Cinderella story, I don't know what is.
Everybody has
Oh yeah,
their
people.
career somewhere.
Say
This
that.
player does it on this
Let's
stage,
smack this
against
league.
this field. My word, unbelievable stuff.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Rich, how do you see this one shaking out?
Luke, Ricky Fowler came out on top last time they played, so let's see who brings their A game and gets the victory today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event.
Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Going with the 7.
Well, it's found the surface, but that's about as much as you can say about it.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, wow. Steady on there. That's not your best effort. And here we are with their 4th.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Now look how they attacked this one.
The first of our birdie opportunities comes at the second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
This shot from around 210 yards.
Went straight down.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. That's going right. Yeah, that was a safe play. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough.
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
Oh, that was a tasty little morsel, wasn't it?
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Well, he's got a real outside chance here. 29 feet. Their boldness paid off. They've got this for the eagle.
Oh, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to the cup. Currently 1 under for the day.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Judging it beautifully.
Currently 1 under for the event. Well, the 4th is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This 4th can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's got Oh, I'd say roughly 120 here.
This looks to be heading to the green. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure. This putt coming up is for birdie. Ah, that's frustrating.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Now over to Rickie Fowler.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Didn't that look good for a long time?
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Looks like this one's going to the beach.
Never easy playing out of those fairway bunkers. And from the greenside rough here. An opportunity to make a par here. Ooh, right by the hole.
There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Ooh. This next putt for double bogey.
And that putt will drop. Well done. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. The tee shot at the par 4 6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
Oh, that one's absolutely stiff.
Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
That's brilliant out of the sand. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. And with that now, back to level par.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Looks like this one's bunker bound. And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Now over to Rickie Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? 3 feet to go here to the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That's inside the range. And that'll move him to even par for the tournament.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Bit untidy, wasn't it?
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Oh, they got so unlucky here, just off the fairway, but not sitting nicely.
Opting for the 9-iron. This one might need to sit.
It may not seem like it, but I think he'll be happy with that from that lie.
Ooh, that almost went down. And this one is for his par. It's got a chance. It was on a good line.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
This is buckets. Ouch, that hurts. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, this has been entertaining so far, hasn't it? The players behind their rival at the turn, but that's just temporarily. They got 9 more holes to go, some good opportunities on the back 9 to catch them. Let's see how this all ends up. 8 days a week, that rhythm works.
Sitting at 1 over. Going with the 9-iron, I think. That's a good-looking shot there.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Oh, just missed. Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
It's Rickie Fowler's turn now. Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, yeah. A thing of beauty.
Oh, what a hole out. I'd love to say I'm surprised, but I'm not. This is just what they do.
Oh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And that's their fourth birdie of the day. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
That's tidy. Now over to Rickie Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Looking really good, this one. Oh, that's a ripper.
Oh, that's going to add a little fuel to the fire of this group rivalry, guys. Massive putt.
Putting for birdie. Just didn't drop. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
This putt is about 8 feet.
He's got this for his par.
Oh, so close. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Sitting at 1 over for the event. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick, ended up in the rough.
The lies aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough. Opting for the 5-iron. Oh, he's caught up in some branches there. And here we are with the third shot. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
This putt will move them to 3 under par. Oh, get in. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 23 feet from the cup.
Well done. Oh, that was a touch of class. I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
Oh, we always enjoy tournament play, but there's nothing better than a rivalry in golf. And how about that play? Moving a lot closer to their rival now.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5, Rich, the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt.
Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler?
Oh, what a super shot.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Going with the pitching wedge here. A quality shot, that.
Boy, they would love, dearly love, to get out of here with just the bogey.
That was a little bit too much power. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Currently at 2 over par. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole. Probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
This one's dialed in. And that will do it for him at this event. Well, Rich, after coming so close to going back-to-back, you just wonder the way they finished. Maybe the occasion just got a little bit too much for them.
I'm very impressed with how this player battled, trying to get that back-to-back win, coming up a little bit shy, nothing to hang your head about.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beem, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm so looking forward to following these two players in this group. They've been going back and forth a bit on social media leading up to the event and seem to really want to prove something out on the course today.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Playing from around 230 yards. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Just needs this one to kick right. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using the big muscles to get it home in two there.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Bit too heavy-handed there. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Getting off to a great start at this event.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
He's currently tied for 8th. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 155.
Going with the 8-iron here. That should find the sand. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Okay, phase 1 complete. You've got to make a good putt here.
And a par putt awaits him.
Okay, steady now. pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Will Zalatoris currently sitting in the lead as we check the rest of the standings. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now he just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Now Bubba's got nothing but respect for an approach shot like that. He really flushed that one.
A well holed, you'll take the birdie. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 5th is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Getting ready to play their third. 3 behind our leader. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. That should set up another chance. A birdie putt awaits.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. And he'll move into the top 10. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. 2 strokes off the lead. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Needs this to kick a bit left. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 17 feet from the cut.
That's frustrating. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Ooh. A bogey putt awaits. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And unfortunately dropping back to even par there. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left are going to be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
That's a pretty handy shot. A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Was on a good line. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Chance to get one under the card with this putt. That was a gallant attempt.
Putting for a par now.
Yeah, we'll take that. Justin Thomas is at the top of the leaderboard with a 1-shot lead. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight.
Yes, sir, let's get it.
Hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Justin Thomas, major champion, world #1 player, really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is...
Ooh, he got the Siri voice.
I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal.
Yo, that almost went in. Easy flaps.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got
Smoked.
about 140, I'd say.
We need this one to bounce right. Playing within their comfort zone there. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. 4 feet to the cup. Justin Thomas is our current leader. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
That's not the one he wanted. Right up in the canopy of the trees. Well, that was a good strike. And here we are with the third shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. That could play. This is beautiful to watch.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
That's a good sign of a player's character, Rich. Still managed to make something out of the hole.
And that'll put a little pep in your step, up and down from the bunker, in for the birdie. Good job.
Playing their 5th shot. Wow, from a dodgy lie, Rich. How special was that?
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
And JT is currently our leader. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
He's eyeing this up and he's pleased with what he's seeing. This is sitting nicely.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Getting ready to play their third. 4 strokes off the lead. And choosing the 8 iron here. Always frustrated by missing a green.
One of the rare misses for this player today, Luke. They've been hitting a lot of greens today.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the course with the live action. Sitting at -1, currently tied for 9th. How close was that to going down? Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Great touch.
Justin Thomas is atop the leaderboard. He's got a 1-shot buffer. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Oh dear, that's on the beach. And here we are with the third shot. 5 shots off the pace. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Putting for bogey here.
It's looking solid.
They're nicely holed.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
This one's heading towards the rough, I think. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
A nice little draw. Nothing sweeter.
Okay, time to return to the action. Sitting at +1. That was wonderfully done.
A spot in the top 20 awaits if they can make this putt.
Ooh, right by the hole. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet. Solid par putt that. And Justin Thomas currently leads the field. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green. But don't miss it left. That is no good.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. didn't that look good for a long time?
That's a well-played chip shot there.
Oh, Dr. Chipinski strikes again.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
This one from about 160 yards out. It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark. Getting ready to play their third. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Putting for a bogey.
Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot, plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
Well, what a wonderful shot into the 17th and sets up another putt inside birdie range. And here we are with the third shot. This putt is of 9 feet.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, just missed. Just 10 feet to the cup here. Ouch, that hurts. This one's for bogey. Back-to-back bogeys is never nice, but in she goes.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the snake pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Sitting at 3 over. Getting ready to play their third. This putt is for a final score of 74. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work.